Vinny Jr. and Rodrigo finally scored for Real Madrid. Raheem scores on his return to the field, and fortunately, no Arda Guler appearance today. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today, we're going to be talking all about Real Madrid's game against Braga, the good, the bad, my opinions, what we saw, and the things that kind of irked us, even though we won 3-0. I'm also going to be talking about the Champions League group stages as a whole. So if you guys are Real Madrid fans or just football fans in general, get ready because we're about to discuss everything right now. Now, first and foremost, I just want to give you guys a thank you. We have reached 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, man. That is a very, very special thing for me. It might not be huge numbers, but you know, we're working our way up there. And if you guys are not subscribed and you're watching this video and you want to see more videos like this and FC24, be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that noti bell. I really would appreciate that. We're going to be talking about Real Madrid's game against Braga. Now, obviously 3-0 win. Very, very, very pleased with that. I mean, the boys, the whole team played very, very well in general. Not much bad things to say, to be honest, not on this game. So game started, and honestly, we started pretty well. Braga was putting in a lot of pressure at the beginning, and with that pressure, Lucas Vazquez gives away a penalty in the 5th minute, which is just unfortunate. I mean, I don't know what the guy is doing. It's a clear penalty no matter what way you look at it. He pulls his shirt, and I mean, the ref is right there. He's gonna give it. So penalty for Braga. To our surprise, man, Lunin was the goalkeeper for this game. He wasn't supposed to be. Kepa ended up getting an injury during the warm-up, so I guess it kind of worked out for Lunin. I'm very happy because Lunin, I mean, he's been with Madrid for a while now, and I think he deserves to get chances for Madrid more often. Blessing in disguise this was for Lunin, and to everyone's surprise, this guy saved the penalty against Braga. And honestly, this could have changed the whole game. I mean, these guys probably would have gone into full defensive mode. I mean, they worked defensively throughout the game, but it would have been bad. And one thing about Madrid is that they don't work too well when the whole team is just defensively. They have to face a defensive team. Obviously, when they have spaces against teams that push up, Vinny has a lot more space. Rodrigo has a lot more space. Fede has a lot more space to run. So when teams start just holding back and just holding the line, that's when things get a little complicated for Madrid. So we got very lucky that the fact that Lunin saved that penalty kick. But nevertheless, we move on to the 13th minute where Real Madrid would get their first goal. Unfortunately, that goal would not count because Vinny Jr. ends up fouling the other player, and rightfully it is a free kick. So that is unfortunate. A few minutes later, though, Brahim would get his first goal in the UCL on his first appearance as starting for the team. This is amazing, man. We love to see Brahim succeed. Brahim has so much quality in this team. I mean, honest opinion, and Ancelotti has said it himself, he doesn't play because Bellingham plays in that position. So very unfortunate. Obviously, Brahim, I think, is suited for that position. That's where he mostly played for AC Milan, is like the center attacking mid role. Just unfortunate for Brahim that Jude Bellingham is right there. So, and he's doing so good. I'm not saying Brahim needs to start every game, but I think Ancelotti needs to bring him on in around like the 70th minute, you know, 75 minute when things are kind of, if you know, especially if we need more creativity on the field. You could take out a player like Fede, even though Fede gives us so much as well at delivering and passing the ball, but you could put Toni Kroos and Camavinga as a double pivot in the midfield, and then give Fede and give Brahim and Jude Bellingham the ability to just create and give balls to our players, Vinny and Rodrigo. I don't know. I just think that Brahim needs a little bit more time. Unfortunately, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, because this performance from Brahim was immaculate. I mean, this guy was taking on player. He was literally looking like a starter in this team. Like, he should be a starting, but just Real Madrid, there's too much competition everywhere. It was a pretty quiet first half from Rodrigo and Vinny. That is until the second half. And Vinny Jr. ends up scoring in the second half, guys, right around the 57-60 mark. And this goal happens because Braga's team is caught out of position. They are caught on a counterattack. And like I said, things would be so much different if they have scored that first penalty kick. So we got very, very lucky. And fortunately for us, in the 57th minute, Vinny Jr. was able to put in the second goal of the night. And it is a very nice goal. He was able to control the ball with his feet, wiggled around a little bit, and ended up hitting it on the far left post. Very, very needed for Vinny Jr. because for Real Madrid, these two strikers are the main strikers for the season. And the fact that they were not scoring was a big problem. But hopefully, now that Vinny scored and Rodrigo scored, I hope that this gives them a little bit more confidence to bag in a little bit more goals throughout the season, because they attack. They are all we got. Literally minutes later, to everyone's surprise, man, Rodrigo ends up getting his first goal. I'm gonna say throughout the season, man. He did score on day one for Real Madrid, but after that, this guy, no one knows what's going on, man. No one knows. Even he said it himself, though, that he was not in a great spell during this whole entire season so far. He was kind of having a bad time, and finally, man, what a goal too, man. This goal was absolutely insane. Ends up chipping the goalkeeper at the very end. It's a nice way for him to get on the mark yet again, and now hopefully this is gonna spark him start bagging in a lot of goals. Like I said, it's 3-0, right? 78th minute. You're thinking, man, I think we're good. I think we win this game. I think it's time for some changes. And there's a certain player on the bench that, you know, we all would love to see. We've been waiting to watch him for so long, and no. Arda Guler does not make an appearance today, which honestly, I thought this was the perfect game. The game was already done. There was not that much intensity in the game. I mean, Ancelotti, he's just something else. We don't know what this man's gonna do. He could bring on another goalkeeper for all we know. Like, at that point, I wouldn't even be surprised, guys. I mean, we don't have another goalkeeper, but he ends up bringing Nico Paz in the 78th minute, guys. Now, there's nothing wrong with Nico Paz. I mean, Nico Paz is a gem of a player. I don't mind, and he made his debut as well for the first team, so it was nice to see. Honestly, I enjoyed seeing Nico Paz play, and I'm happy for him because he's one from the Castilla. So I think the only reason, literally the only reason that I could have thought that Ancelotti did not make the Arda Guler change, because when I saw that Mendy was coming out, I honestly had I honestly thought, okay, he's moving Camavinga to the left back position. Toni Kroos and Modric are just gonna be the holding mids, because at this point there's not a lot of danger there, and we're bringing on Arda Guler, right? That's what I thought at first, but no, he takes out Mendy, which I mean, I agree, Mendy needs rest because this guy will literally get injured just walking off the pitch. He puts in Fran Garcia. Now, I mean, I know Fran Garcia needs minutes, but man, I just would have wished to see Arda Guler play and make a debut in the Champions League. That would have been just poetic. Only reason, going back to that I could see that he didn't play Arda Guler was because he wanted to give Nico Paz a moment. He wanted to give Nico Paz the chance to shine without another youngster in the field, if that makes sense, because Nico Paz has been with the team a little bit longer than Arda Guler. Nico Paz has been training. There's been hints here and there that Nico Paz could start in the first team soon. I think Ancelotti wanted to give Nico Paz that chance to show that players from the Castilla don't have to worry too much about other youngsters coming into the team and making an appearance before them. I think he wanted to send a message to the Castilla team, let them know that you can make it out here regardless of who we bring in. That is honestly the only reason I think that Arda Guler didn't start in this one or didn't come in. Other than that, I mean, let's just hope, man. Let's just hope that we can see a little bit, even like 5 minutes for Arda Guler over the weekend against Valencia. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, man. I mean, are you guys as excited to see Arda Guler play as me? Because I am just waiting for it. Nevertheless, the game ends 90th minute. After that, everything, I mean, Lunin does make one more crucial save at the very end. Wow, I mean, what a game. I'm gonna rate the players right now, give them ratings here and there, so just wait for that in a little bit. But that was a perfect game for Real Madrid. I think we played very well. All right, here's the player ratings for the whole team. We're gonna start with Lunin and work our way up. So Lunin obviously saves a pen, does a few other crucial saves, especially the one at the end, and he gets an 8.3. From me, I'm gonna give him a 9, man, because without Lunin, like I said at the beginning of the video, without Lunin saving that penalty, this game would have been totally different. Lunin for me gets a 9 right there. Let's go to the right back position. Lucas Vazquez, they gave him a 7.5, but honestly, I'm gonna disagree, man. I think this guy at most had a 7.0 game, only because he got the assist at the end. But I mean, his first half was atrocious, man. This guy literally could have been red carded by the 30th minute. He could have been gone, again changing the pace of this game. So I think Lucas, I mean, I'm gonna be generous because he gave us 1 assist. I'm gonna give him a 7, but man, he did not have a great game in the first half. Center back Rudiger, absolute tank in our center back, man. Absolutely did not let anything. I mean, there was a few crucial interceptions that he did. So Rudiger absolutely deserves at least an 8 as well, man. He was a rock today. Nacho Fernandez, a little bit of the same thing. I think Rudiger was a little bit more influential in the defense, recovering, jumping, and, you know, intercepting balls and things like that. So I think Nacho deservedly, I think I'm gonna give it a 7.8. Now moving on to Mendy, this one I don't get. I don't know why he gave Mendy a 6.9 when honestly I think Mendy was absolutely amazing today. Like, it literally looked like Mendy, that the first time that we ever got Mendy, it looked like prime Mendy right there, where he was actually looked comfortable on the ball. He was distributing the ball. He even did a little pass where he like did a flick with his like back heel. It was insane. This guy was finding good passes. The Braga team was pressing up pretty high today as well, so he dealt with many balls fine and he did great. He was attacking, he was defending. I mean, I don't know why he gets a 6.9, but for me, I think this guy gets a 7.8. honestly, like he did really good for me. Camavinga in the midfield, I think he didn't have too much work to be done today, which is why I see the 7.4. I would give him a 7.8 because I honestly think he did pretty well. He didn't do bad at all, so 7.8 for me. Toni Kroos, same thing, 7.9. I think definitely well deserved. This guy was just an absolute maestro in the midfield, just distributing balls, holding the play, controlling the play, so definitely 7.9 for me. Valverde, 7.6. I think it's a little low. I think he gets another 8 because this guy was up and down the field, attacking a lot. This guy, I mean, he was part of the Vinny goal. I think he might have been even part of the Rodrigo goal, just driving the ball up. So I think Valverde gets a 7.9 for me. Brahim Diaz gets an 8. I think definitely a little low. I think this guy was the creativity in the midfield today. He was the one attacking, he was defending, he was recovering balls, he was taking on players, he scored a goal. I think he at least gets an 8.5 for me, to be honest. Vinny Jr., 8.9. He gets a goal, he gets an assist. He's been, you know, you already know what Vinny does throughout the field. I think he gets a 9.2 because, I mean, Vinny just did absolutely amazing. I guess maybe the first half wasn't too great from Vinny, so maybe we'll keep him at an 8.9 because the first half wasn't that great. But the second half, he was absolutely insane. And then last but not least, the man of the match, Rodrigo, gets an 8.9. I would have given him a 9, but you know, that's just me. It's an assist, gets a goal, has a lot of chances. I mean, this guy he just had a great game, so definitely deserved. Not a lot of negatives other than Lucas Vazquez, and I mean, players that I definitely have to commend and give an applause to is Ferland Mendy. He was insane today. Lunin was insane today. Rudiger, absolute tank in our defense, man, and we're lucky to have that, man. Camavinga did pretty well as a pivot, as a holding mid, and Valverde was insane as well, going up and down. He's starting to get his form back up. Brahim Diaz, we gotta applaud him because he took the chance of starting in the game. He changed the game for sure. And our attackers, man, Vinny and Rodrigo, absolutely insane game from the boys. So that is the ratings, guys. You guys gotta let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you guys like the game? Any irks? Anything that you guys didn't like? What do you guys think about Arda Guler not starting? And just really quickly, we're just gonna look at the Champions League standings here really quickly. Let's see what we got. And really quickly, I just want to go over the Champions League other games that happened today. So Napoli ends up tying with Union Berlin, which gets very interesting with our group here. Real Sociedad, I watched that game. They absolutely, man, they bossed Benfica in the first half. Second half, they kind of let off the gas a little bit, but Benfica and Real Sociedad is looking very strong, man. They could be the dark horses this season, man. They're looking tough. Bayern Galatasaray, I didn't watch this game, but I know that Harry Kane did his thing and he scored 2 goals on that game, but Galatasaray scored a late goal at the end. So I think Galatasaray is doing pretty well, man. That's a tough group that they have with Bayern, Galatasaray, Copenhagen, and Man United. Speaking of Man United, man, what is going on over there with them? I didn't watch the game. I checked the scores right at like the 70th minute. Saw that Man United was 3-2 up. I was like, all right, they won it. I get home, I check I watched the highlights, and they lost the game. They lost 4-3. I don't know what happened there, man. So that, I mean, insane game from Copenhagen at the very end. They did not stop looking for the score, and they end up getting it, man. We're gonna look over the group tables right now to see how everything's looking. Arsenal looks like they went through Sevilla pretty well. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. I'm not gonna say that it was an easy game for them, but let's look at the groups really quickly. Let's see what the groups are looking like. So the group A, we're gonna start with group A. Bayern, Copenhagen, Galatasaray, Man United at the bottom. I mean, Bayern looks like they have qualified 100% already. Copenhagen with 4 points, Galatasaray with 4, and Man United with 3. That is an interesting group, man. Group B, we have Arsenal, PSV, Lens, and Sevilla. I'm honestly surprised to see Sevilla at the very bottom, but then again, I think Sevilla just wants to go to the Europa League to win the Europa League, so that's probably what they're looking for. PSV and Arsenal at the very top. Oh, actually, Lens has 5 points as well. Okay, that's an interesting group. Then we got Group C, Real Madrid, Napoli, Braga, and Union Berlin. Real Madrid already qualified, but we're still looking to be number 1 on the table. I think we can still be number 2, so we're not really through just yet. We definitely want to be number 1 seed on there. In Group D, we have Real Sociedad, Inter, Salzburg, and Benfica. Benfica with 0 points. Damn, they are definitely out of there. Inter Milan and Real Sociedad are already qualified, if I'm not mistaken. Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Feyenoord, Celtic making Group E. That is an interesting one. Feyenoord not out of it just yet. Lazio not out of it, and Atletico not out of it just yet, guys. They're still in the run. Celtic not in it no more. Group F, this one is so interesting, guys. Dortmund, PSG, Milan, Newcastle. 7 points, 6 points, 5 points, 4 points. Who do you guys think is gonna make it out of that group? Let me know in the comments. As a Madrid fan, I really wish that I want to see PSG just fail as much as possible. I want them to literally lose every game. I want them to miss the bus. I want them to miss their flight. I want them to lose in their training ground. That is my wish and hope, is if PSG ends up going to the Europa League. Group G, Man City, Leipzig. These guys are already through. Nothing else to say there, man. And Group H is another interesting group with Barca, Porto, Shakhtar, and Antwerp. Actually, I think Barca play against Porto next. I hope they lose against that one, man. That's going to be another interesting one. That is going to be the video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I'm going to start posting more videos like this, just me talking about Madrid. I mean, I started this channel as a Madrid Madrid career mode and Madrid. Obviously, you guys know I like to play with other teams in FC24, and I like to talk about everything that happens in football. So anything that so I'm gonna be posting videos about me talking about literally anything. If there's rumors, if there's this, if there's scandals, if there's like big things that are happening in the world of football, I'm gonna be talking about it. I'm gonna make it a video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed me just ranting, yapping around. I mean, I'm very passionate about football and all this stuff, the Champions League, La Liga, especially Real Madrid. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. If you guys did, drop a like in the video and hit that subscribe button. I can't talk, it's 5 in the morning, guys, give me a break. Hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoyed, and I'll definitely catch you guys in the next one. I am going to react to the game for Valencia over the weekend. Hopefully Arda Guler plays, so stay tuned for that. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, boys. A la Madrid.